is actually the person that made Jack Daniels what it is today, and he should have his proper credit. You know, we used to not getting credit. We used to getting the idea stole. That's what it is. But you know, this is one of the ones that had one of the more happy endings to it.
Yeah, and it was a couple of other things I was looking at in the history. The lady Fawn Weaver, she spoke about how like a lot of people thought Jack Daniels had slaves.
Yeah,
but he actually did.
He did not. He did not.
He was a orphan.
Yeah, and
it's just crazy because like, even though he was white, he had a tough upbringing as well. Even though he wasn't a man of color,
right?
And him and Nearest were pretty much friends. And a lot of people don't know that. And
well, I think it was significant because in that same thing they were saying how, you know, Jack Daniels didn't see color, and that he paid his black employees and the white employees the same wage for the same amount of work. You know, and this is funny. This is America. You know what I'm saying? And you can be a white orphan and you cannot have, you know, the best upbringing, but, you know, the path for Jack Daniels to go from being an orphan to being a multimillionaire, of course, was a lot easier than it was for Uncle Nearest at the time. You understand? So, you know, it started out, you know, at the same point in life, but, you know, that privilege gets you to a certain point. You know, although I read that Uncle Nearest family and his descendants, you know, lived a little bit better than a lot of the black folks did at that time because they was able to make some money because they was a part of this. And the one picture I think that I saw was Nearest Green's son was sitting next to Jack Daniels, and they talked about how at that time black folks didn't really get to sit amongst white folks in that same fashion. So, you know, it's an interesting story at the end of the day. Definitely. But I'm really, really glad that, you know, he's getting his props, you know, for his product at the end of the day. Black folk are some of the most ingenious folks in this country, and we have created and invented a lot of shit that we did not get credit for in this country. So I'm glad that this exists right here. I'm glad it exists.
So I'm ready to crack this thing open. So